In a time when Israel lived in fear, when the fields were ravaged by the Midianites and people hid in caves, God looked upon a young man who did not see himself as a hero. His name was Gideon. One day Gideon was threshing wheat in secret in a winepress so the enemies wouldn't see him. His hands were trembling, not from strength, but from fear. But God was about to speak to him right there in his hiding place. An angel of the Lord came and said to him, "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior." Gideon looked around, amazed. "With me? I am the least in my father's house, and my clan is the weakest in all of Manasseh." But the angel answered him gently, "Go in the strength you have. I will be with you." Gideon never considered himself a leader. He asked for a sign, then another, and God gave them to him patiently. First, fire came down from heaven upon his offering. Then, on a fleece of wool, one night it was full of dew only there, and the next day only there it remained dry. God was showing him that victory did not depend on his strength, but on his presence. When the people were gathered for battle against the Midianites, Gideon assembled 22,000 men. But God told him, "There are too many. 10,000 remained." Then only 300 men against a huge army. Gideon trembled, but he obeyed. On the night of the battle, God told him, "Get up. Go down to the enemy camp, for I have given it into your hands." Gideon went down in silence and heard a dream that one of the soldiers was telling. "I dreamed of a loaf of barley bread that rolled into our camp and knocked down our tents." The other said, "This is the sword of Gideon, the man of God." Then Gideon knew God was already there ahead of him. He divided the 300 men into 3 groups. Each had a trumpet, a clay jar, and a hidden torch. At the signal, they broke the jars, raised the light, and shouted, "The sword of the Lord and of Gideon." In an instant, the entire Midianite camp trembled. In confusion and panic, the enemies began to kill each other. Without a sword, without a large army, Gideon won. Victory came through obedience, not force. After the war, the people wanted to make him king, but Gideon said, "I will not rule over you. Let the Lord rule over you." He remained a humble man, aware that true heroes do not seek glory but listen to the voice of God. This was Gideon, a man who saw himself as small but was raised up by a great God. A man who conquered fear, not through the courage of his heart but through faith in the one who goes before him. His story teaches us that God does not look for perfect people, but for people willing to listen. When he says, "Go in the strength you have," all you have to do is believe, and the walls of fear will fall.